Good morning. It's Ros Boundy here, Psychic Medium. I was just doing the background checking, so there is a little delay as to how long you get that initial screen for. So it's lovely to see that we do have some people here. It's wonderful to have people watching via replay as well. So for those who are going to be watching via replay, do the hashtag replay, and then I know that you've come back later. And it's in live mode that we've got Mary with us this morning as well. Hi, darling. And for Michaela, it's lovely to have you here too. And familiar faces, it's wonderful. So just sent a good morning to you as well. And also to those on the YouTube page who may be watching, those on mytimetv.live that may be watching. I've just got to wiggle my seat. That's better. Feels better. Sometimes it takes us a little time to get settled after a rising in the morning. And it did take me a little bit this morning because I did have an active day yesterday, which is not my usual course of action throughout a day. I do tend to be in front of a screen for the majority of my time. Not a good thing for the health, but, I did do something yesterday that was at the zoo, lots of walking, and I'm worn out this morning. I have to say, yeah, all good for you. I agree. All good with you. Oh yeah, definitely all good with me. I'm just tired. The body tiredness. You get to a point where sometimes it seems to predominate in the day for, wait till you get there, get here. I don't know. Look, is it just plain aging? Is it just because, times are wearing us out in the way our news keeps feeding stuff? The weather, I'm looking out in again, it's another rainy, misty looking morning, and yet we're in the middle of summer. It's a lot of that sort of thing, but we can decide, just to be who we are in ourselves, acknowledge that this is where we're at in our journey, our day, our lifestyle, all sorts of things. And it's all okay, nothing wrong with it. So we're going to keep moving on with our live stream because I love doing these. Oh, I did enjoy the zoo. Yeah, I did enjoy it. I've enjoyed it. It's the after effects sometimes. And then with the technology, I had a little bit of technology issues this morning. I still haven't put up the photo of what the spread is that's coming in a minute that we're reading. Because I had technology issues logging in to the mobile Facebook. I don't know what's happened there, but something's changed. I had to change a password. There's lots of stuff going on, and I couldn't log it in, so I took the bloody thing off. I deleted the Facebook app off my mobile phone and Messenger, and I think there was 3 I took off. Thought, nah. Anyway, there we go. Now, Mary, there you go. So Jordan is going today. I think it's a lovely space and place to be. It's just got a lovely energy. Loved it sitting there watching people and the kids playing in the playground because they had the grandies. So a lot of the time was at the little playground area and having lunch. But it's also the sounds of the different creatures that are there. The owls, anyway, go to the zoo, you'll have a ball. It really is nice just to wander slowly through and hear those things, see, the giraffes, the nocturnal area, all sorts. It's lovely, lovely, lovely. We'll be going again as soon as it's convenient for all of us. And I might even go by myself. I'll go to Monarto, I think. I can drive there easily. I don't like city driving. My daughter did that. Cool. Now, here we go with our card spread. I've just popped over to that. Now, because it is a Saturday, it's a weekend, I do actually like to change it up to one of the different LENORMAND decks that I have. I'm even going to look around for a new one at some point soon. I think I'm due for a new, but I haven't hardly used this deck. So, good morning, Shaz. Lovely to see you. Zoo tripping. Oh, no, I didn't trip over. I was very careful how I walked, but yes, a zoo trip it was, and it was lovely. Now, with the I don't want to get started. It is a short reading this morning. The cards only wanted to be 3, so that's what we're doing. And it is from the blue LENORMAND deck that I'm taking these. Now, this is the one that's sort of more old-fashioned-ish with the little verse on it. So I will be picking the cards up to read them to you at each point. Now, I also did add the card from this deck that is the numbers deck. Okay, the numbers work, numerology cards. I felt I needed the one of those, and I chose one of them that comes from the 8 because today is the 8th. I think that makes it an 8 day as far as the energy goes. And you're back at work later today. It's a Saturday. Fair enough. So here we go with the card that I've got from the numerology card deck. Now, I'm going to use that sort of as the, it is the day's energy is what is the 8. So it's strength, and I will be reading this one from the guidebook because I'm not as familiar with numerology. So with this strength card and being the energy of an 8 day, it is under the key energy of I achieve. So it is in that sort of more business-like, and administration, doing things, that sort of strength. I'd almost call it a bit masculine. So it's moving into that administration, wisdom, ability assess with detachment, that type of stuff, the efforts of people. Now, personal strength's available, but the seeker, which is, I'm reading for everyone, so we're all seeking, aren't we? So the personal strength is available, but be on guard against physical and emotional stress. So as far as for me, I'd say my physical stress was doing so much walking in a day that I'm not used to, that today I'm feeling the results of that. So it means something to me to have this one pop in for our reading. So tap into learning from earlier experiences now. And this is one of the things I should have probably taken it a little more easily, but I did rest when I needed to when there was seats available. So look, it wasn't so absolutely physically stressing, but I am aware and learning of pace it better for the next time. Okay, so what we've got then is the anchor card. So this is part of the start. I'm moving it through as part of our journey for the day. So for the earlier part of our day, we're going to have the anchor being the influence. So the anchor is a sign of a stable event, basked in sunshine, secure and content. When the anchor's some distance away from you, hope will fade and leave life askew. Now, that's a reference purely because these decks are, in the early days, they were using what's called a grand tableau, which was all cards were placed out on the mat, 36 of them. So this is near us. It's the start of our day. So it certainly has that influence of the being stable, stabilizing, really anchoring us into what we're about to move into for our day today. See the trend of the spades here, and we're moving forward into the energy of what is the ship. So let's try and focus that. Ship's the number 3 card. A ship carrying gold sails straight. Oh, bugger that. Now I can't read it. Let me see. Let me see. Is it coming into focus? Oh, bugger. I like to look at the camera while I'm doing this, not at the card. So a ship carrying gold sails straight into view. Lined in its hold are fortunes for you. If you should travel with a special friend, memories unfurl for years upon end. So that, in effect, is a very fortuitous card. It's coming into your day today, is pretty much the abundance of what is about and around you, and friendships and even gold. It can be the money from the sound of what this verse is bringing us. I know from the other decks that I've used, gold, the ship is more about the travel and actually go on a holiday, which of course too means that there is the finances and the what you need to be able to do that, the time off, all that sort of thing. So that could be something that you're needing to, it's indicating just spending some time with some friends too. And there's the treasure in that. And by the end of the day, what we're going to have in our day is the influence of the bear. That could be late afternoon. It could be any time. And it's a 15 card, a brawny and bold. Here is the bear. Your financial positions, you should be aware. Spend your resources with wisdom and care. Use your power to be strong and fair. So that does, to me, give a bit of a trend there around the money side of things too. So being able to be wise with what you're doing with it, but you certainly have it to be able to do that, spend that time. It's coming into your day today is what the ship card with this verse has actually given us an indicator of. But once you receive it, certainly be mindful, I think mindful and careful around how your resources are used. How are you investing your money? How are you investing your time? Are you spending it with friends and enjoying life, bringing it into that level of abundance that you're needing? We are in that stable situation. It's giving us that with the anchor. So, Skylar, hi, how are you? I don't do individual readings with this session. It is just the general card spread reading that is shared here. So tap into what these cards are meaning for you, Skylar, with your connection to your own spiritual guides. Okay, and whatever is helpful from what I've explained as well. So move into that energy of these cards today with confidence, trust, strengthen yourself, and knowing that that inner knowing is going to be so true for you. Okay, now I'm just going to get that off. I just realised I had that on there still. So step out in the day and just have fun. Enjoy time with friends as well. There is times where it is a Saturday, weekends, most people tend to have weekends off. If you don't and you work through, there's nothing wrong with that either. It's finding that balance of what is for you, a work-life balance that works for you, that you're not overdoing it with that strength card being in there. I think it's actually giving us a bit of an indication, yes, we're in a good, strong, stable situation at the moment, and walk in that pathway with confidence, knowing we're gaining. And it's not just money, it's gaining friendship. It's learning and growing with each other in that respect. So I'll leave it there. And interesting and to the point. It is just a tiny spread like that, and it can be very strong, actually, as far as it's got the strength in it, and it is to the point. It's what I love about the LENORMAND decks as well. They can be just so succinct and to the point. So thank you, Jacinta, and each and every one of you. Certainly let others know that I do the daily morning card readings, and especially if there's any help. Oh God, my shoulder's killing me this morning. Especially with if you're needing any extra help, I've got links in my rosboundy.com.au website and the Buy Me a Coffee for individualised readings if you need them, or others might. It is very strong, and its meaning is exactly Jacinta. And thank you from Michaela. Thank you, each and every one of you. Just keep being the best you that you can be, and love life, love self, love, doing what you do. And I'll see you tomorrow around about the 8 o'clock as well. So namaste. Till then. Bye.